More potential security issues for National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. After the reporting about him setting up a group chat on Signal to share information on airstrikes in Yemen, now the Washington Post reports Waltz and his aides also conducted government business on their personal Gmail accounts, with a senior aide reportedly using Gmail to discuss sensitive military positions and powerful weapons systems. The Post cites documents which have not been seen by NBC News, as well as an interview or several interviews with 3 U.S. officials. The National Security Council brushed off this report, saying Waltz CC'd his government accounts on any emails he received in his personal email and never sent classified material. They also said they couldn't answer questions about an NSC employee reportedly sending classified information on their private account because the reporter didn't share the documents that he saw. And joining us now is that reporter from the Washington Post who broke this story, John Hudson. John, thanks so much for being with us. Walk us through the information you report that Waltz and his aides shared on Gmail.
Yeah, well, it's an extraordinarily ill-advised use of a insecure system. Let's remember that Gmail is less secure than Signal is. There's no end-to-end encryption. It's very easy for a foreign surveillance state to grab up and vacuum up this information, or even a non-state actor. But in terms of the information, I have reviewed correspondence with a senior NSC official who's in communication with other government officials from different agencies, and they're discussing very sensitive things. That includes, it all pertains to an ongoing conflict. It relates to sensitive military positions, powerful weapon systems. These are all things that you would not want to be discussing over Gmail. And it is just another sign that some of the data security methods that are being carried out at the NSC definitely are questionable and not recommended by security experts who say, look, the U.S. government has a suite of systems that are encrypted, that are in place to discuss these types of things, but they're not always being used.
So again, NBC, MSNBC, we haven't been able to access or see the stuff that you're talking about that you saw. And NSC is denying the claims that Waltz or his staff shared any sensitive information on Gmail, chalking this all up to nothing more than Waltz using this platform for calendar invites. And again, that he had, forwarded those on to his official accounts for record keeping. So what's your response to their reaction and their denial of what you've just shared?
That's right. They've said that nothing that they've shared is classified. And let's remember, they've said since the beginning of Signalgate that nothing that they have shared was classified. That has struck national security experts, including Republicans, as extremely far-fetched. You saw the very sensitive sequencing military packages and a weapon system that Secretary Hegseth discussed when he was in the Signal chat. You saw that National Security Advisor Waltz discussed an after-action report that revealed sensitive Israeli intelligence that was provided to the United States. They say none of this is classified. So their arguments about what is and isn't classified really strain credibility at this moment. Obviously, the correspondence that I've reviewed are highly sensitive.
Would there be, John, forgive me for interrupting, but just very quickly, if you will, because I'm up against the clock here, would you at any point disclose and reveal what you saw?
Yeah, I mean, so the Post accepted the emails on the condition that it would not disclose the sensitive materials contained in them. And that's the position that we have right now. What was most important was to raise the alarm that communications were being used in a way, things were being discussed very sensitive in a way ill-advised by security experts.
John Hudson, appreciate you sharing your reporting. Thanks for coming on with us.